Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this makeup look was actually really highly requested by you guys, so I decided to go ahead and do a tutorial on it. So it's pretty simple, pretty basic, very soft, but it's got this sultry look to it, and it is very easy to recreate. I used the Fetish palette from Kat Von D, which is one of my favorite palettes, so highly suggest you get it if you haven't already. But if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep on watching. So starting off, I'm going to go for my brows, and I'm using Brow Drama by Maybelline. This is just going to add a little bit of fullness, but it's going to give them more hold than anything else, since I do have my eyebrows microbladed. Then I'm going to go in with my Soft Ochre paint pot from MAC, and I'm going to prime my eyelids just with a fluffier like face/eye brush, and I'm going to buff that onto my eyelids to cover up any veins and give us a good base to work from. Then going into Kat Von D's main eyeshadow palette, I'm taking the white shade in the palette, and I'm just going to set that. This is just going to help all of our matte shades blend out really well, and it's going to give us a good clean canvas to start from. Then going into these two shades over here, like a purple gray tone and then a light pink one. I'm just going to mix the two of those and buff those in my crease area with a pretty big fluffy brush. I just really want to get this area very smoked out. Then I'm going into a darker gray shade, and I'm taking this on a flat fluffy brush so I can get this a little bit more concentrated in my outer V area and buff it just beneath that and just blend it into it just to deepen up my crease area. Then I'm going to go back in with the other two shadows, and I'm going to buff over top of that to where everything transitions really, really well. Then I am going to go into this really pretty like silvery purple tone, and I'm going to put this all over my crease area, leaving out my very outer corner. But this I feel like transitions really well into all the gray tones we have in our crease, to where even though it is a shimmer, it still has a very soft look to it. And then I'm going in with my Milani Kohl eyeliner, and I'm lining my tight line and my waterline just to add to the drama for this look. Then going into my all-time favorite eyeliner, I'm using my Wet n Wild H2O Proof Liquid Eyeliner, and I'm doing a pretty big wing today. You guys know I love to do big wings for my eyeliner. I'm not shy with that eyeliner. So yeah, just create pretty decent sized wings because we do want to have a lot of drama to this look. And then I'm going to clean up the edges with concealer once we're done to where it's nice and crisp. And also too, this eyeliner does not budge for anything, so it's great when you are going to be wearing it all day and all night if your Valentine's Day goes well, since I know that that's right around the corner. But anyway, so I'm just cleaning up those wings with some concealer. And then going into my Superhero mascara from IT, I'm just going to give a pretty good coat to my upper lashes before I go in with my false eyelashes. And the ones that I'm using for that, for my fake eyelashes today, are from eBay. I have a whole tutorial on how to put on false eyelashes, and I have all the information for them linked in that. So if you want to check them out, make sure you look at that video. But these are my all-time favorite lashes. Then going onto my face, I'm using my Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm. This is going to be a really good face primer for us because it's going to make our skin slightly tacky so our foundation does not move anywhere, because that shit needs to stay. Then I'm going in with my MAC Face and Body Foundation. This is waterproof, so it's also going to give us a really pretty natural finish, to where since you are probably going to be wearing this all night and all day, it's not going to go anywhere on you. And I also like that if it does start to fade, it's not noticeable like where it has. It's very soft. So it's a very light coverage, which I dig. So yeah. Then for concealer, I am using my Inglot All Covered Concealer. Now this shit has some serious coverage. Like, I have not seen a concealer that is this full coverage in my life. Like, I barely put any on, and like it looks like I have a ton on, but I really don't. So I'm just gonna buff this underneath my eyes to brighten everything up, put it down the bridge of my nose and my chin just to highlight and conceal all of those areas. And make sure you buff this out really well, but because it is a thicker concealer, it will look cakey if it's not spread thin enough, because this stuff is no joke. Then I'm going in with my Midnight Colorless Luxury Powder to set my concealer, and I'm using a dry sponge for this so I can really pack it into the concealer and it doesn't move on me, so it lasts a little bit longer, and it's also going to make that area appear a lot brighter. So I just use it on my T-zone area, kind of like around my noses and where I generally crease in my foundation and concealer. Then moving on to bronzing my face, I'm taking the darkest shade and that middle shade in my Kat Von D palette, and I'm going to be buffing this into the hollows of my cheek area, my jawline, and my temple. And don't be shy with this because we want to look really bronze and really sultry, so go ham. Then for contour, I'm taking the Ash shade in the palette, and on one of my Moda brushes, I'm going to use this to chisel out my cheekbone area. So I'm using it long ways first, and then I'm flipping it and doing it to where it buffs a little bit more into my hairline and has a little bit of a softer edge to it, so it doesn't look too crazy intense. Then I'm going into my Real Her blush palette, and I'm taking this really soft plum baked blush, and I'm just going to be buffing this on my cheek area. This is just going to give us a very natural flush and just a very subtle color. And then I'm going into my Inglot highlighter in, I believe, 06. It's one of their loose highlighting powders, and this stuff is ridiculous. It is so intense. It looks like straight up sparkle on your face. Now, if you're not about that, you're going to hate this highlighter. But if you're all about that dewy, freaking looking like a disco ball deal like myself, you'll love it. So I'm putting it on my cheekbones, my chin, and my nose, and then also my Cupid's bow. And I like to put it on my nose with my finger just because I feel like it blends out a little bit better. And I'm also going to pop it in my tear duct area. Then moving back to my eyes, I'm taking that same dark gray eyeshadow and I'm buffing that underneath my eyelash area, and I'm going to be kind of smoking out my eyeliner that I have in my waterline down there. And I'm just going to keep working with this until this has a very blended out look for me and it's still pretty dark. Then on a little bit bigger brush, I'm taking those same two shadows mixed together, and I'm going to buff out those edges to where everything's nice and soft. So make sure you don't do this step though until the other color is blended out, otherwise you're going to end up with a disconnection. And then I'm going to put my same highlighter just a little bit further into my tear duct area and drag it just a little bit underneath my tear duct, just to really make everything pop and add to the glam of it all. Then I'm putting a quick coat of mascara on my lower lashes and moving on to the lips next. So I kept it really simple for my lips for this look since it is Valentine's Day and you know you're going to be making out on Valentine's Day. I'm just going for a lip gloss for this look. It's going to keep your lips pretty moisturized and it's going to give them a very plump look. And this is High Roller from Lique, which is one of my favorite lip glosses. Then I'm going in with my Mario Badescu Lavender Cucumber Spray. I like this one and the Rose Water. This is one I just prompted to use for today. I just really like the smell of it, but it does a really good job setting as well. But that is everything for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And I'll also comment down below what else you guys want to see, because clearly I listen to you guys. But anyways, I've got more makeup tutorials rolling out your way. I just got a couple new palettes and I'm pretty stoked about that. But yeah, don't forget to follow me on all my social media. I have Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Snapchat. All the names and links are in the description box for you guys, as well as a list of all the products used in this video. So make sure you check that out, and I will see you next time. Bye!